Hey Simon, thanks for meeting me today. How are you? Fantastic. Yeah, I'm well, thanks. Look, today obviously our meeting is to, sit down and just have a quick chat on, what our plans are for your property at 7 Butler Street in Canberra. So, I've brought along with me today a auction marketing plan. So we'll just go through that dot point by dot point, and then we'll just cover some other stuff relating to the auction, and obviously we'll take it from there. If you've got any questions along the way, feel free to just chime in. But we've detailed quite a thorough plan for you and your property. So we'll start off with the property description, and what we'll do is we'll begin with obviously the brief description of the property. The size obviously being 605 square meters, three bedroom Victorian terrace, single story, in a really unique position that's conveniently located to primary schools, including Campbell Primary, obviously Campbell High not being too far away, retail shops, including the Campbell Junction and obviously Riversdale Road. You've got access to quite a few amenity there. Supermarkets of obviously Woolworths not far away, and also if you keep going down Riversdale Road, you reach a Coles as well, and the other obvious one is public transport. So we'll make a strong emphasis on trams that are going in all directions along the Campbell Junction area, and obviously you've got the train stations for Riversdale and Campbell there, and then we'll go on to proceed on the inspections. So look, with the property that you have here, it's an extraordinary opportunity for us to be able to showcase this on multiple occasions every week. So as far as inspections goes, our team believes that Wednesdays and Saturdays are the best times. During the week, obviously, with our buyer profile, we're looking at probably downsizers and young families. So obviously, with the acknowledgement of that their work commitments, so we'll probably be doing. We'd like to start Wednesday inspections at around 5 p.m. and for that to go for half an hour. And then on Saturdays, obviously, around that noon lunchtime period is when we'll get a lot of foot traffic. So 12:30 Saturdays for half an hour. And then I've also added a note there with private appointments as well. I'm sure there'll be prospective buyers that will be keen to have a look at it, without the noise and the chaos that open inspections might have. So follow-up appointments as well as private appointments can be done anytime outside of those inspection times, obviously subject to availability of buyers, agents, and your property being available to inspect. So that's for inspections, and if those inspections times are a bit different to what you might prefer or what you might be available to do, definitely let us know. And then we'll move on to a role of external parties. So these are the guys that's going to be helping us not just on the day of auction, but throughout the entire process of being able to list your property for sale. So we included property managers, body corp manager, buyers agents, valuers, real estate support staff, legal experts, and obviously financial experts as well. So they'll be able to assist you and us as well as prospective buyers with support, finance, legal matters, and property administration as well. So they play a really important role to making sure that this whole entire process leading up to auction as well as auction is smooth and a very successful result. Obviously, important features of the contract. It's good to note for yourself as well as any prospective buyers looking at your property. So obviously, some of those would be the required deposit, which we're looking at a 10% here, if that's something that you're happy with. Usually, that's how it goes for us in established. Inspection details, obviously times, and density limits. But obviously, for us, coming towards the end of COVID, hopefully those density requirements are eased a little bit further, and also other relevant details about the sale of property. So one of those that leads on to our next point is titles and particular plans that might be applicable to your property. And we've had a look at the contract, and thankfully and conveniently there is no planning overlay, and planning subdivision is quite standard, so residential zoning. I've also included in the marketing plan a template of the half-page advertisement. So it's just a description of your property configuration, size, who it might be the perfect fit for. And obviously for us here, we've targeted downsizers as well as young families looking to move into a highly sought after area, and obviously location description and what's close by to your property. So obviously I mentioned earlier, primary schools, retail, restaurants, parks, transport, all these things are going to be included in the template. So I'll let you have a read of that as well. If there's anything particular that you'd like us to change or add in, let me know. Communication strategies. So obviously, touching base, frequently is something that me and my team will definitely be doing. So we'll obviously be starting off from the top as a weekly summary, and that'll include number of inspections, number of inquiries through all the advertising sources we'll be using. So REA and Domain, as well as the local newspaper, will be some of the ones that we've preempted, and also any pre-auction offers that may be submitted. So we definitely would be expecting a couple of those. Just on the note of pre-auction offers, if there are any prospective buyers that are very interested and do want to speak about, I guess, the nitty-gritties of the property, then what we do is we'll get them to submit an expression of interest. So they'll just fill out a form. We'll take care of it, and then we'll also obviously pass it on to you and discuss further if that's something that does come up. And then for our communication strategies with our prospective buyers, obviously the guys on this listing will be making cold calls out to our database and anyone that we might think is suitable for a property, either from some of our recent sales in the area. Obviously, we've had some really successful sales outcomes in the recent 3 to 6 months, but also over the course of the last many years in this area. So cold calls is definitely some of those. Also follow up on inquiries on our advertising domains, but also from inspections and those that were interested. So email communication, text, calls, and obviously we'll be trying to handle their requirements and their requests accordingly. Distribution of marketing materials such as brochures, floor plans, flyers will be provided. So we'll definitely be all over the communications with the buyers, and obviously we'll communicate that back to you directly if there are any anomaly requests or hopefully some offers to come with that. Auction day procedures. So there's going to be many that we're going to have to work around and comply with as a team, but I've listed 4 main ones, and that's obviously understanding legislative requirements and to understand also the policies that our organisation has, but also what's expected for us on auction day. And then obviously analysing market indicator data, so looking at what's sold, average price of the year. We're looking at around just under $2.1 million for the area of Canberra, with really strong rental yield of about 3.8% per annum. Negotiation techniques, obviously that's working with the prospective buyers and discussing the nitty-gritties of the property and the sale of the property, and then obviously confirming your vendor expectations. So I think that's obviously that's the last, but definitely the most important one for us is understanding what you expect from us as a team, what you like to know, whether it's communicating other particular stuff throughout our weekly summaries, or particular times to inspect, and also most importantly on auction dates, confirming the reserve price. So that reserve price we can work through the details later, but we do have our own preemptive recommendations for you, Mr. Smith. And so those are the auction day procedures. Obviously the currency of the documentation is crucial. It allows us to set out our goals, our plan, and also revert back to it and make sure that our daily tasks as a team and myself align with what we're looking to achieve. So ensuring that we stay the course and stick to the plan is going to be important for us and for the sale of your property. Look, I think obviously the reserve price, we did mention to you earlier, to you just now, that we will be confirming that expectation with you. But obviously, we can give you recommendations based on our market indicator data. So what's sold around the area has been quite promising. I've attached to this marketing plan 3 properties that have sold in this area recently: one on Mailing Road, one on East Court, and one on Monteith Avenue. So these 3 properties are similar to yours that have sold recently. Single storied, on a 3-bedroom, eastern suburbs, obviously Campbell, Canterbury, Hawthorn East, all neighbouring to where you're currently positioned. And obviously the indicators. So we're very confident of the growth of housing. I think the positive thing about marketing your property now is we've been on a upward trend for pretty much the entire COVID period. We haven't really had much of a setback. Obviously, when restrictions were in place, we weren't able to conduct appointments and inspections as much and as comfortably. But we're definitely confident that you can expect a price range anywhere between 1.9 and $2 million. I think it's a good starting base. But I don't know. What do you think? Is this something that kind of matches your expectations? And if it doesn't, let us know. And if you need the time to discuss with friends and family and those important to this decision for this, then we're happy to come back to this on another date. But obviously contingency plans. Obviously there's going to be some potential hazards that might come up with the auction. So look, there are a couple that are set out that we do take place. Obviously, if there is bad weather, we do look at potentially rescheduling or potentially holding it indoors. We call that in auction. Yeah, that's what we do. Also equipment, just making sure the area that we're conducting the auction is also a safe place for not just you and our team, but also all the prospective buyers that are attending. So they'll also be in large numbers, hopefully. So we do need to ensure the safety of all individuals there. So that's the contingency plan. Obviously, key features of the contract and stuff. It's mainly the special conditions, and also obviously the important stuff that are labelled down, the deposit requirements, potential planning overlays. Obviously there's none in this, so thankfully there's not much of those finer details that we have to work around with those prospective buyers, which is good. Obviously settlements and subject to finance clauses obviously fall on the buyer's end. And then we talk about a role of external agencies. Obviously, that's all the parties involved. So they're going to be really crucial. They're going to help answer questions that buyers attending might have. They're also going to help us support in making sure the smooth running of inspections, open for inspections, and obviously, and most importantly, the auction. So that's mainly what I had to speak to you about today. Did you have any questions? Yeah, I mean, look, if there are any that come up, welcome to give me a call, shoot me a text if you want to catch up again. We definitely can arrange that. But yeah, look, this is pretty much what will happen. Auction day is going to be obviously going to be a stressful day for everyone involved, including yourself. But we'll prepare documents, Section 32s, all the relevant information regarding the sale of your property. From legal matters to obviously marketing will all be there. And we'll have like I said, finance experts and legal experts there to assist for any particular matters concerning their expertise. So if that's all, look, I'll get your agreement in writing if you're happy with the plan. Here's a copy for you to take home and have a look. Any questions, let us know. And if you're happy, happy to sign the agreement and proceed with hopefully selling your property in a very timely manner. Thank you, Mr. Smith, for your time, and yeah, we'll touch base soon.